My name is Alexandria Shrake, and welcome to Global Energy Show's 5x5 series. I'm so pleased to be here with Scot Johnson, CEO and founder of Digital Shovel. Will you tell us about what exactly cryptocurrency mining is and say what it does?
In the simplest terms, with Bitcoin, everybody gets to be the opportunity to be Visa or MasterCard every couple minutes when we're basically mining a block is what we call it. So whereas Visa, you go to run a transaction, you run your card through, it sends a signal to Visa, they verify whether you have the money. If it does, then it sends the money to the merchant, and you complete your transaction. With Bitcoin, everybody has an opportunity to be Visa or MasterCard and take that transaction fee. And the way you get the right to get that opportunity is by trying to solve a puzzle. And it's brute force. You just have to keep guessing number. And the more times you try that, eventually you get the right number and you solve that puzzle, which is called mining a block. You need computers to try to guess that puzzle. The more computers you have, the more chances you have at guessing that puzzle. The more computers you have, the more energy you need, and the more heat you're going to generate, which is where we come in. So we manage a turnkey infrastructure in a box that does all of your power distribution and also manages your heat and your ventilation instead of trying to build and fabricate that all out on your own.
This sounds like an operation that could have a pretty big scale with your company, with Digital Shovel. I understand it's a modular, very transportable, dynamic technology. Can you tell us a little bit more about the field applications and what types of scale that you work with?
As a single assembly, our units go from 100 kilowatts up to 3 megawatts. One thing that sets us apart is they're built in kind of individual blocks that go together. And a lot of our oil and gas clients find this advantageous because if, let's say, a well is generating about 1 megawatt worth of power, but for whatever reason that is tempered a little bit over last year, now you've got this data center, you're not using the whole thing. You can literally just take one piece of that, put on a ceiling kit and a door, and then go move that to another site. So you don't have that underutilized asset there. Same goes if you need to expand, you're able to do that very easily in a very modular fashion. They're quite small in terms of compared to a large 40-foot shipping container, which a lot of other companies in our space utilize, which require a large crane to be able to move. These things weigh 1,500 pounds. You can move them with a small skid steer, and it can also be mounted to a frame for a roll-off truck as well.
So it sounds like you're able to take those stranded assets, extract value out of them, and then move on very quickly without needing a lot of downtime, say, with that equipment not getting used. What are some of the practical applications in the oil and gas sector for your technology?
Well, one, when the say you've got a well and you've got associated gas and you're in an environment where you can't flare, you're obviously not going to be able to do much with that well. This allows you to now go and consume that excess associated gas, which wasn't enough to justify you running a pipeline to or capturing and compressing it. You can now consume it on site, monetize the oil that you weren't otherwise able to monetize, and now consume that natural gas and turn that what was otherwise a liability now into a revenue for yourselves. In the case of some of our customers in stateside where they're flaring and paying a fee to do so, you can now mitigate that flare liability by doing the exact same thing. And then just in general, when there's a gas site and it's just gas on its own, but again, you're not at a level where it justifies or you don't have access to a pipeline in that area, you can now go capitalize on that until such time that hopefully a pipeline's there and you can just bring that gas to market. And because of the portability of our product line, it's not like you're building this set in stone unit that's there that if you wanted to tear down that building, you got to tear it down and start from scratch. You can just pick that asset up, move it to another site where you've got that complication, and then go from there.
Well, it sounds like you have a really exciting future for a Canadian-based manufacturer.
Yeah, but it's an exciting future. I think we're just at the start of it. And importantly, one takeaway is I think it's important for your viewers to know that it is not too late. Although I know you've seen a lot of people dive into this, there is still lots of opportunity in the space. And it's still very much in its infancy and looking at ways you can monetize these assets and support the Bitcoin network.
Awesome. Well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing you at the Global Energy Show in June right here in Calgary. And thank you so much to our audience for tuning in to our 5x5 series by Global Energy Show.